Peko catches a strange glow in the corner of her eye. An ancient scepter has been found. Instead of reaching behind her now and grabbing her wooden sword, instead she grabs an ancient scepter. She's dangerous. I like to imagine she's actually not going to use the arcane magic, she's just going to thwack people. Good day, good people. It is another fine Friday in the year of the Ascent Toon Link. Dave and your United States Aviator, welcome back to a very blue episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and we got a bunch of people here today because it is where this is not a bit, actually. This is not a bit. I'm gonna be right here for just a second. I'm gonna do that and then put that one there and then scooch this right here. Yeah. Where? I washed my hair and put on the wrong goggles. It's a wear blue. Oh, it is National Wear Blue Day. So, first of all, if you're not wearing some blue, pause it right now and go get yourself some blue, so you can feel blue. But in the bluest of ways, the nicest of ways, Wear Blue Day is, I think, colon cancer awareness day. So let's be aware. Let's be aware of that by celebrating the awareness. Get your blue on, and let's introduce the teams, the blue teams who are here today. The big sisters, Sarah and Hina. The dark arts specialist, Katoko, and Lysithia, who's got some blue stockings, leggings, pants, who knows. The Beanie Brigade, Kazuichi and Ryoma. The Pure Boys, Joe and Izayoi. Show Me Your Moves, Tenko and Iris. The Brainiacs, Nagisa, Court. Healthcare, Mikan and Mercedes, who's got some blue on. All-Star alumni, Sakura, Peko. Follow My Lead, Nekamaru, Boss, Gonta, and Raph, the strongest sweethearts. Raph, I think, who has his commoner gear, which has some blue in it, so we're gonna put him in. I didn't know that, but I saw it and I was like, oh, you know what? Put that man's in. And then Eye for an Eye, Munakata and Dimitri, Headphone Vibing, Masaru and Marco, who's bluing it up, Small and Mighty Chihiro, and Mizuki, Ultra Despair Girls, Komaru, and Genocide Jack. No, Mind Trip, Maya, and Yasuke. Mysterious Mascots, Teddy and Monokuma. Say It Ain't So, Aiko and Kana. Literary Arts, Toko, now who's wearing the blue for their team. The Hotheads, Himiko and Himino, who's bringing the blue. No AI and Team Chiaki and Aiba, Hope's Last Stand, Kibo and non-AI Chiaki. The Loving Brothers, Mondo, and Alice, that blue on his hair. Rock Opera, we have Ibuki and Reiko. Homeroom, Kizakura, Usami, the Hornbearers, Sato, Rantaro, Daisaku and Dedu from the Flourishing Florist, the Masterminds, Monica and Samugi, the Resistance, Haiji, and Hiroko, Spoiled, Natsumi and Oda, the False Gods, Angie, and Rhea, and Expert Deductions, Kyoko, and the bluest detective of them all, Naoto. We got a really big show today. a conglomerate of so much blue, because we gotta celebrate the blue, and I might be wearing a little more blue if a certain something hits, actually. So, tell me, which blue team is your favorite? Who do you think sports blue the best? Which team when you think of one of these teams, which character do you think of when you think of blue? That's a better question. And then pick first, second, and third. Because that's important. It keeps like a record of your picks. And you might make some fantastic comments like this one. And this one. And even that one. But we do have to get a move on, because there's a lot of people here, so it's gonna be a long one. And also, before we get to chaos, I think we should make mention that the OC episode, the first one, is this Sunday. And you know what? Just as a treat at the end of this episode, I'll tell you a little bit about the OC season. How's that? How's that as a treat? In addition to the treat that is a long episode. But for right now, we need to see if there's an even bigger treat that might happen. And, hold on, wait a minute. Wait, I can make the wheels blue, give me a second. Continue playing the music, that's fine. Color schemes. Blue, yes, yes, yes. And now, in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Look at this wheel, it's blue. And the Chaos range chunk is pretty big. Will it hit though? I don't know. We gotta spin it and find out. The Pure Boys are here, but so are your Agents of Chaos. And will Chaos reign? I don't know, but let's find. No, not even close. Not even close. Not in the slightest. Order, in fact, remains. Which is fine. But that wheel's gonna hit. For some reason, the tag team wheel lately has just been, you know, just chilling, just vibing. I say that now, it's gonna hit like every other time for the rest of the season. I hope I did not jinx the tag team titles that bad. Part of me is laughing because it's funny, but the other part of me is like terrified because I realize that's a big reality. I'm gonna make some picks. Give me the mysterious mascots. I got Teddy for first. I don't know why, I just feel like it's gonna be a Teddy day. When I think of blue, I do honestly think of Sayaka first. But that's just what it is. Give me Dimitri for second. And give me Hina for third. Because she's had a quiet season. She's a sleeper pick. Those are my three. And we're not gonna dilly-and-dally. I think we just gotta keep going. We just gotta go on. Are you ready to go on? Because we have to go on. In celebration of blue. I really thought that was gonna hit. I was ready to wear that jacket, but not today. In fact, I could wear it Sunday too, because there will be a wheel spin on Sunday. Don't forget about that. But we're not talking about Sunday yet. It's still tag team action. One of these teams will go on to the tag team finale to fight for the tag team titles, for the glory of being this season's true champions. Let's start round one. Let's begin. And it all started with round one, with the tributes, with the podiums, and with the horns. So please, sound the horns. It's so beautiful every single time. Dimitri twitches uncontrollably to start this game off. That's a bad sign for everyone else. Cork is glad he can rely on Nagisa. Himino spots something shiny in the distance. Joe has a horrible feeling in his gut. Chihiro is being adorable as always. Now wishes she could go home. Tenko sets down a trap and Reiko immediately runs into it. Something inside of Munakata snaps. Munakata's now frenzied. Himiko, how could you? Himiko ambushes Tenko, who would do anything for her, and strangles her. Himiko's not playing games. That was the first interaction. Tenko was ready, she's setting down a trap, she was here prepared, and Himiko's just like, no, not today. You gotta watch out for her. Mercedes hopes she's under the Harmony body. Yasuke is looking for an easy out. Cyril rambles on about something that nobody cares about, true. Izzy always spots something shiny in the distance. Mondo does his best to avoid Alice. Raph just wants to be helpful. Aiba's thinking of plans to get out of here. Haiji can't take his eyes off of Hiroko. Hina... I picked Hina, didn't I? I'll take the blame for that one. Tries to kill Kana, but Kana retaliates and kills her instead. It's the jinxing like that, the jinxing prowess like that makes me believe that the wheel's just gonna hit every other time now. Because I said something about it. Angie kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. Kibo seems to find Nane Aichiaki's presence soothing. Natsumi stares into the distance. Ibuki is being adorable as always. Genocide Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her out. Sumugi finds some leather scraps, which is rather useless, but you know what? She's looking pretty good in the caveman gear. Gonta sizes his muscles. Usami starts sobbing uncontrollably. Peko thanks Sakura for being there for her. Kana wants this to be over already. Chiaki wants to protect Aiba. Maya is cooking with Gina's idea. Teddy fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Y'all can't catch a break, expert deductions, even with the switch off. Hiroko manages to sneak attack Kyoko and Naoto, slaughtering them both. They just can't catch a break. Ryoma mopes around uselessly. Sayaka can't take it anymore and snaps Cyril's neck. Good. The enemy of my enemy is my friend? How do I feel about this? Kizakura doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Aiba. Rantaro won't give up so easily. Monokuma was lost in thoughts and he's found a wish ring. Hopefully he'll be responsible with that. Monokuma? Responsible? Sato seems unshaken by any of this. Boss duels it out with Mercedes. Mercedes bites the dust. I guess a gun beats magic. Who would have thunk? Daisaku doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Marco finds us all below his concerns. Sakura just wants to be helpful. Monica is looking for an easy out. Kazuichi doesn't care much for this place, and Rei wasn't looking and just fell right off of a cliff. Dedu feels sorry for Reiko and frees her from the trap. Dedu, good guy Dedu. I hope he wins this one. He's not gonna win this one, is he? Lysithea looks around for stuff to scrounge. Oda attacks Ryoma from behind and strangles him. You know what I should have said at the start of this game? I'm picking everyone, and then you know what would have happened? Everyone would have died. It would have been one of those games where everyone perishes. I'm gonna just test that one day. That's not gonna be today. Naoto arrives with maggots. Iris stares into the distance. Nagisa tries to kill Marco, but Marco retaliates and kills him instead. Aiko finds a suit of medieval armor. It gleams with a dazzling shine. Sarah is being adorable as always. Komara just wants to be helpful. Mikan tries to kill Aiko, but the knight's armor is just too powerful. Mizuki sighs their muscles. Kotoko's looking for an easy out. Nekomaru and Boss get into an argument over who should be in charge. Alice also just jets himself off of a cliff. Toko looks like she's on the verge of snapping. Nani Achiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody, and Masaru keeps trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. Someone needs to get this man some comedy training, but unfortunately we lost a dozen. A dozen blue souls. And it is a shame. They're feeling mighty blue. Dabbity-dabby-dow. So we give them a Clear Day Loom 4. Tenko, Hina, Angie, Kyoko, Naoto, Cyril, Aiba, Mercedes, Rhea, Ryoma, Nagisa, Alice, and with a standard-sized deck of cards excluding the Joker's 52 remaining. Who will come out as the cream of the crop? Who will win for their tag team? I don't know. We gotta proceed to find out. We honestly had a pretty interesting round that time, especially starting off with Himiko going nuts on Tenko. We'll continue though to round 2 and see what else, oh boy, unfolds as we started. Kotoko just wonders about the future. She's like, what will happen? Will I perish? Will I live? Boss is being adorable as always. Peko and Sakura's fingers touch by accident. They both blush just a little bit, and Sakura just wants to be helpful after that. She's like, the fingers touching, it's made me into an even stronger person, and she just wants to help. And Dimitri snapped. Dimitri's frenzied. We're all doomed. Toko attacks Marco before Masaru can react. Masaru rushes to help, but it's already too late. Natsumi somehow finds medieval armor, also puts it on. Nani Achiaki finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Good on you, Teddy. Doesn't really understand what's happening. You're my pick, Teddy. Please figure it out. Chiaki remembers Aiba and sobs quietly. Mai does her best to avoid Yasuke. Now, still can't believe Toko's killed someone. Is someone gonna tell her about Genocide Jack? Kana sobs quietly. Mondo attempts to kill Chihiro, but Mizuki intervenes just in time. Small but mighty takes out Mondo to protect Chihiro's life. If only we're there in the actual game. Usami hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Yasuke tries to get others to notice him. Dedu seems to find Daisaku's presence very soothing. Hiroko thinks about what she did end up here. Ibuki finds a dapper suit. It's rather fetching. Good on you. Sayaka is looking for an easy out. Sarah finds a sword, shiny and sharp. It's a rather nice find. Sarah finds a sword, shiny and sharp is definitely a tongue twister. I'm surprised I didn't flub that one up. Breako looks around for stuff to scrounge. Genocide Jack wants to end things once and for all with Lysithea, and Genocide Jack bites the dust. Interesting. Himino mopes around uselessly. Aiko's ready to defend her friends. Himiko won't die like the others. Himiko just wants it to be over already. She already killed one of her homies. Angie's still in, I think. Could she take out Angie too? We have to wait and see. Rentaro attempts to kill Peko, but Sakura intervenes to protect her. She truly and sincerely just wanted to be helpful, and the best way that she did it was to sacrifice her for the sake of her new friend, for her tag team partner, Peko. A shame. We will remember you valiantly, Sakura. Haiji can't take his eyes off of Hiroko. Well, she is best girl, and she is currently best champ. Oda follows some sparkles, discovers a magic wand, hopefully still has some spells in it. Oda's been really quiet in these games. With that magic wand, he might make this his game. Sato is looking out only for herself. Kibo's glad he can rely on Nane Achiaki. Cork is thinking of plans to get out of here. Kazuichi tries to get others to notice him. Monokuma ponders about how best to use his wish ring. Kizakura tries to kill Kibo, but Kibo retaliates and kills him instead. Chihiro asks if Mizuki has found anything useful. Monica tries to kill Aiko, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. Kamaru does something really fantastically cute. Samugi is wearing leather scraps and decide to behold. Mizuki feels strong enough to handle anything. Joe fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Izuyoi hums a song to himself. Angie is dead, never mind. Daisaku hopes he doesn't harm anybody. Masru's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Munakata's looking for his next victim. Iris is being adorable as always. Nekomaru and Boss get into an argument over who should be in charge, whose lead should they follow. Raph just wants to be helpful, and his finger touches Gonta's by accident, and they both blush a little bit. We only actually lost 5. Shockingly enough. But it is still a clear day loom for those 5. Marco, Mondo, Genocide Jack, Sakura, Kizakuro. And with only 17 gone, we're not even close to halfway through the competition. In fact, I think we just gotta calm that music down and keep on going. Are you ready to proceed? To not dilly and dally. We've got a whole lot of people to get through. 46 left until we get a winner, so let's go ahead and proceed. Oh no, we started off with two heartbreaking ones. Natsumi starts round 3 just looking for people dumb enough to believe her. Reiko ambushes our boy Izuyoi and eviscerates him. He's tag team champ Izuyoi, by the way. Do not front with him. Joe could still win this one for them. Joe knows how to win the titles, apparently. Joe's the man. Aiko twiddles her thumbs. Nekomaru attacks Aiko, but before Kana can react, there's nothing Kana can do. Aiko. She's perished. Iris fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Raph sizes his muscles, Kana sobs uncontrollably. Kotoko tries to kill Natsumi, but Natsumi, her knight armor, don't forget about it. And Lysithea does her best to avoid Kotoko. Teddy doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Maya. A shame. Her partner is still in. Yasuke's still in? I believe he's still in. Sato still can't believe that Rantaro's killed somebody. Kazuichi is thinking of plans to get out of here. Daisaku hopes he doesn't have to harm anyone. Rantaro sets down a trap. Nane Achiaki has a horrible feeling in her gut. Monica gets caught in one of Rantaro's traps that he just set. All she can do is hope to be freed. Mikan challenges Chihiro to a duel. Mikan bites the dust. You don't challenge the ultimate alternate, the former champion of champions, to a duel. Lest you understand, like Gonta, who doesn't understand what's happening. He's looking around, very confused, as Mizuki and Chihiro attack Gonta from behind, slaughtering him. Hiroko doesn't care much for this place, though. Ibuki feels sorry for Monica and frees her from the trap. Someone might want to tell Ibuki that's probably not the best thing to do. That's probably a mistake. That might come back and bite you in the butt. Sarah swooshes the air with her sword. Usami does something really cute. Oda waves his magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere. Masaru has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on to do. Thanks Daisaku for being there for her. Sayaka can't wait to kill again. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. I see some orange down there. How much orange is it? Monokuma wishes for bigger ears. I like to imagine he got Usami ears after that. Komaru twiddles her thumbs. Kibo just wants it to end already. Samugi is unshaken by any of this. Himiko wishes she could go home. Joe fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Joe, you know how to win this, never mind. Boss and Nekomaru are still arguing. Yasuke attempts to kill Kibo, but Nane Chiaki intervenes to protect him. She dies in the attempt. That is very Chiaki of her. Toko twitches uncontrollably and now is ready to defend the twitching Toko. In a fit of frenzy, Dimitri creeps up on Joe and slaughters him. Your champs are out. If this were chaos reigning, we would have a new champ alert. Peko sizes her muscles. Himino spots something shiny in the distance. Quark tries to kill Natsumi, but the knight's armor is doing work. I forgot that Quark was in. Quark could be a sleeper pick. Don't sleep on that, man. Munakata's frenzy finally dies down. No heart attack for the boy, and Haiji snaps instead. Haiji's frenzied. That's a more dangerous frenzy. We lost a standard size game, but we still have a whole 40 left. A whole 40 left. So after this, Claire de Lune, 4. Izuyoi, Aiko, Maya, Mikan, Gonta, Nane Chiaki, Joe. 40 remain. In an oversized game, celebrating the blue. Do you feel the blue? I don't know. But let's calm that down, because we still got 40 to get through. A whole lot of interactions, 40 left. When we get to 30, we'll see who's left. But for right now, we just gotta click next round. We might get to 30 sooner than I thought. Sooner than I thought. Teddy stares into the distance, Nekomaru sizes his muscles, Samuki finds medieval armor now. Everyone's knighting up this time. Himiko tries to kill Boss, but Boss retaliates and kills her instead. With a flick of a magic wand, Oda turns Reiko into a sheep. She doesn't last long. Toko attacks Samugi from behind and eviscerates her. Good job, Toko, I guess. Mizuki finds all the scraps. She's got rudimentary clothing. She's a cave woman. Monika's looking for an easy out. Boss has decided to put Reiko out of her sheepy misery. Boss with 2 KOs at the start of this one, but she could still perish, to be completely honest. The dead husk of Genocide Jack decomposes peacefully. Usami recalls something about Kizukura and sobs quietly. My boy. Saika eats something she shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. I'm gonna give you a pass on this one. Yeah, you killed Cyril. I'm gonna give you a pass on this, Sayaka. I'm not gonna scream that it's absolutely glorious. I'm not gonna play the music. You guys are gonna be expecting it the whole time. I'm not gonna do it. I feel bad for her. Especially that she has to tag team with Cyril. Chihiro's cooking up a genius idea. Natsumi finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's rather fetching. Haiji looks around maniacally seething. Kumaru is being adorable as always. Katoko duels out with Himino. Himino bites the dust, and that's the end of their team, actually. Sarah swooshes the air with her sword. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Iris doesn't understand what's happening. Joe's dead. Hiroko finds a rocket launcher. Oh, but in a fit of frenzy, Dimitri creeps up on Dedue and slaughters him. This is perhaps top 10 anime betrayals of all time. Munakata murders Toko in front of Nao. There's nothing Nao can do. Sato seems unshaken by any of this. Court starts sobbing uncontrollably. Yasuke tries to get others to notice him. Kazuichi tries to kill Natsumi. Natsumi's night armor diverts the blow. Daisaku wonders about the future. Kana has a blank expression, unresponsive to what's going on. She's like, what's going on? What is life anymore? Masaru feels the same way with his blank stare. Rantaro won't give up so easily. Raph sizes his muscles. If that ain't the most in-character thing. Pekko reminisces about Sakura, sobs quietly. Nao's crying too. Lysithea spots something shiny in the distance. Ibuki's proud of her dapper suit. Dedue's dead. A shame. Monokuma ponders how best to use his wish ring, and Kibo finds a shotgun. We are down to 33. 3 more until we check the stats. 1 more until we're at the halfway point. But for right now, it's just a clear day loon. 4. Himiko. Samugi. Reiko. Sayaka. Himino. Dedue. Toko. 33 remain. 31 have already perished. Kibo has a shotgun. There's plenty of weapons in play now and plenty of armor in play, so I think we just have to see how it plays out. Are you ready? Who will come out on top? Which team will come out on top? I don't know, but let's go to the next round and find out. Kana doesn't want to carry on anymore. Kana's now suicidal. Please no, Kana. Don't break my heart. Sato wants to be hopeful. Dimitri's looking for an elective victim. Masaru's sobbing uncontrollably. Katoko's looking for an easy out. Pekko catches a strange glow in the corner of her eye. An ancient scepter has been found. Instead of reaching behind her now and grabbing her wooden sword, instead she grabs an ancient scepter. She's dangerous. I like to imagine she's actually not going to use the arcane magic. She's just going to thwack people. Now has a blank expression, is unresponsive to what's going on. She really apparently bonded with Toko during these games now. She really means a lot to you. Ibuki is being adorable as always. Lysithea attacks Munakata and Dimitri from behind, killing them both. Dark Spike's tea. Iris doesn't really understand what's happening. Hiroko loves the way there are rocket launcher feels on her shoulder. Kibo reloads his shotgun just in case. Boss twiddles her thumbs. Rantaro feels like Sato's slowing him down. Rantaro. It's only because she's carrying this huge sousaphone. My boy. Rantaro got rid of Sato. Komaru is now trying to Katniss this game up with some bow and arrows. Daisaku finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. Nekomaru doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah. Raph sizes his muscles. Monica eats something she shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Monokuma twitches uncontrollably. Usami finds a dapper suit, puts it on, quite fetching. Natsumi is looking for an easy out. Chiaki hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Mizuki tries to kill Daisaku. Daisaku retaliates and kills her instead. Daisaku's like, I'm gonna do this for my boy Dedue. Do it, Daisaku. You deserve one. Court wants this to end already. Teddy looks around for stuff to scrounge because Kazuichi's cooking up a genius idea. It was not that smart because he duels it out with Yasuke and Kazuichi bites the dust. In a fit of frenzy, Haiji creeps up on Chiaki and kills her dead. Chihiro is being adorable as always, and Oda angers gestures angrily towards Chihiro, who was just being adorable, innocent. Chihiro only has time to feel his brain hemispheres try to switch places before he topples over. Dead. Dang, we lost Mizuki and Chihiro. Dang. And Aiba's gone too. Now we're at your standardized game. Did not expect to lose this many this time. I'll be completely honest. But I will say, it is a terrible, terrible Claire de Lune 4. Munakata, Dimitri, Sato, Sarah, Monica, Mizuki, Kazuichi, Chiaki, Chihiro. And so, let's look at everybody who's left. We have only Ibuki from Rock Opera. The homeroom has my singles rider Usami. I gotta root for her here too, let's be honest. Headphone vibing still has Masaru. It would be lovely for Masaru to pick up a win after yesterday. That'd be real nice. Oh, I said their name. Bleep that out, bleep that out. Oh man. Follow my lead completely in and actually doing work. Aiko, Sarah, Mercedes, Himiko, and Reiko. They took out 5 people. Expert Deductions didn't even have a chance. Strongest Sweethearts has Raph. The Resistance completely in as well. Kibo for Hope's Last Stand. Ultra Aspergos for Komaru, trying to get you guys that fan vote. Kana for Say It Ain't So. Those teams are all completely out except for Quark for the Brainiacs. Dark Art Specialist completely in, and they're not too quiet right now either. They've got 4 KOs. Iris for Show Me Your Moves. Yasuke for Mind Trip. And Peko for All-Star Alumni, now for Literary Arts. All of Team Spoiled, Teddy and Monokuma, Rantaro, and Daisaku for the final 24. We gotta go on. Not a whole lot of teams of 2 left, but hey, if they stay in until the final 10, that's good odds. That's just good odds. Let's continue. Let's go ahead to the next swap. That's 1 team of 2 that's not in anymore. At the start of round 6. Yasuke doesn't care much for both splits. Masaru sobs quietly. Quark tries to kill Natsumi, but Natsumi's 9 armor diverts the blow. Boss murders Monokuma before Teddy can react. Teddy rushes to help, but Monokuma dies in his arms. Hopefully he didn't self-destruct. Raph twiddles his thumbs. Iris recalls something about Tenko and sobs quietly. Teddy starts sobbing uncontrollably. Nekomaru and Boss are still arguing over who should be in charge. But they've been getting KOs, so you know what? Maybe the argument's gonna work for them. Komaru practices pulling back her bowstring. Kibo just wants it to end already. Haiji looks for his next victim. Lysithea finds a sword, shiny and sharp. It's a rather nice find. Now snaps out of it. Rantaro ambushes Kana and slaughters her. Peko polishes her ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. Ibuki is being adorable as always. Daisaku flaunts his bikini. Kyoko's gone. Kotoko can't wait to kill again. Hiroko fires a rocket at Boss, who gets absolutely blown to bits. Boss now. Nekomaru can still win for you. Oda waves his magic wand around, sending sparkles everywhere, and while he's doing that, Natsumi's just watching from behind in awe. And Usami hopes to have a Harmony Body. You might not have to, because there's only 21 left. 11 more until your saving grace picks, but for right now, it's a Claire de Lune for our fallen 3. Monokuma, Kana, Boss. 21 remain. And we are moving and schmoving through this game. Who will come in on top? Which team will stand tall and head to the tag team finale? We must proceed to find out. Are you prepared? You must be. Are you? Are you wearing blue? Did you not pause and give hold on just a second. Put on some different music. Give me the Mario 64. Yeah, that one, that track, the one that I play it. Are you not wearing blue right now? You haven't put on your blue yet? You're not wearing anything this blue? Not some goggles, not a t-shirt, not a Bengal, not a blue Bengal, not a blue badger? That's a Phoenix Wright reference. Get some blue on. Pause it right now, and then come back to enjoy your blue victor as we proceed to see who they are. Let's go for it. Let's rock it. And at the start of round 7, we see a blue event. Nekomaru feels strong enough to handle anything. Iris fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Peko still has a horrible feeling in her gut, her chest. Kibo finds a suit of medieval armor. He puts it on a dazzling shine. It gleams, it doth gleam. Yasuke is looking for an easy out. Daisaku still remembering Dedu, sobbing quietly, winning for Dedu. Nagisa is gone. Teddy sobs quietly. Rantaro sets down a trap and my singles ride or die gets caught in it. Oda tries to kill now, but now never counter out. retaliates and kills him instead. Lysithea artfully slices Masaru in two with her sword. Rest in peace. Katoko finds a lovely bikini, puts it on, is quite revealing. Ibuki has just been freeing everyone. She is the great savior, the great liberator. Frees Usami from the trap. Now wants it to be over already. Kamaru practices with her bow. Haiji's looking around maniacally seething. Hiroko still got that rocket launcher. Raph feels strong enough to handle anything. Quark is cooking for genius idea, and Natsumi acts so cool in her dapper suit. We lost to the great liberator, Ibuki. Claire de Lune 4. Oda. Masaru. And now Natsumi's on her own. In terms of teams that are still completely in, I think it might just be the Resistance now, is it? Might be just the Resistance. I mean, we'll see soon, because in nine more Fallen Souls, we'll have your saving grace picks, but for right now, we just gotta keep proceeding with the action. Shall we? Yeah, I think we shall. Let's go to the next round. Speaking of the Resistance being the only team that might be completely in, not anymore. Round 8. Kamaru's being adorable as always. Raging Fury grasping his chest. Haiji's frenzy grows so overpowering that his heart gives out. A shame. He was hoping for a new start. Not today. Peko polishes her ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. Never forgets that she has that. That could be a game changer. Kazuichi's gone. Hiroko doesn't care much for this place. Now, finds a dapper suit and puts it on. Everyone's been suiting up this game, whether it's armor or dapper suits. My goodness. Lysithea swooshes the air with her sword. Katoko's still in, isn't she? Yeah, she is. I think the only team that is completely in is the Dark Arts Specialist. Kibo wishes he didn't have to harm anybody. Daisaku eats something he shouldn't have. Dies of horrible stomach pain. Teddy's been crying for so long with his giant tears. Natsumi tries to kill Kibo. Kibo retaliates. Not at all, but his knight armor does. His knight armor retaliates, diverts the blow. Ibuki just hums a song to herself. Usami doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Sayaka's gone. Quark ambushes Teddy while he's crying and murders him. Quark, don't count that man's out. He's a sleeper pick. Gonta's lifeless body decays peacefully. Nekomaru remembers how much he misses boss and sobs quietly. Me too, I'm crying. I miss her. There she is right there, but she's gone. See that little skull and crossbones? That means she out of here. Raph feels strong enough to handle anything. Yasuke is looking for an easy out. Katoko's being adorable as always. Iris starts sobbing uncontrollably. And right before our Claire de Lune, Rantaro puts on some caveman gear. After taking out his partner earlier because she was busy carrying that sousaphone, he only had the ocarina, which I gave back to him. And he is Cave Rantaro. Once again, 6 more until your saving grace picks. 48 are gone, 16 remain. But for right now, can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Haiji. Daisaku. Teddy. 16 remain. Yeah, we'll look in 6 more people. We're not gonna look yet. We're not gonna look yet. You guys might know who's left. I'm not keeping track of it. What I'm keeping track of is the time. And it is time to go on to see who will move on to the tag team finale. And it will not be Quark. Because at the start of round 9, Iris doesn't understand what's happening. You gotta figure it out, Iris. You lost Tinko first, and you were just wandering around confused. Yasuke, I hope it's Iris versus Ibuki. The battle of we don't know what's going on. Yasuke tries to get others to notice him. Quark challenges Nekomaru to a duel. Quark bites the dust. Yeah, you pushed your luck, Quark. Lysithea does her best to avoid Katoko. The death husk of Sayaka arrives with maggots. Now washes off her dapper suit. The blood off of the dapper suit. Kibo reloads the shotgun. He's had the shotgun this whole game. That's kind of scary. I forgot all about it. Usami twiddles her thumbs. Raph feels strong enough to handle anything. Katoko looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Natsumi tries to kill Kibo, but that knight's armor is still diverting blows left and right. Hiroko tries to kill Iris. Iris retaliates. She's figured out what's going on. Kills Hiroko instead. Rantaro, wearing leather scraps, is a sight to behold. Kamaru practices that bow some more. She's practicing that bow work. Ibuki will not face Iris in a 1v1 because she gets mauled by wild animals, and Peko polishes her ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. 3. Another 3. At this rate, next round we'll get your saving grace picks, but for right now, it's just a Claire de Lune 4. Quark. Champion of Champions, Hiroko. Ibuki. And so, I'm still not gonna check it. But here we are. Your final 13. 3 more. until it's your saving grace picks. Do you need them? I would like them. I'd like some saving grace picks. That'd be nice. If you don't, good job picking. You did a good job. I'm proud of you. But if you do, we'll proceed so we can get you there. Are you ready for it? Are you steady for it? Let's go to the next round, and we will see. Round 10. Natsumi stares into the distance. Kiba wants it to be over already. Rantaro won't give up so easily now. Finds a lovely bikini, puts it on. It's quite revealing. Peko. Yeah, I saw down there. I was like, Peko has an interaction with Now too, and it's blue, but it's not good for now. Nekomaru sizes his muscles. Iris really doesn't want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Komaru. Iris, I feel like you're just like, as a matter of fact, taking out a lot of people. Yasuke doesn't care much for this place. Lysithea spots something shiny in the distance with a flick of her ancient scepter. Peko turns the bikini-wearing Now into a sheep. Nice. Usami hopes she doesn't harm anybody. I hope not either, Usami. I hope not. You win this, and you win it passive style. Raph remembers Gonta and sobs quietly. Kotoko looks really good in her bikini, and we only lost one. I think the one person who could have gotten you guys a fan vote this time. Yeah, I believe so, which means after calming that down, it is a Claire de Lune 4. Komaru. Who didn't need to be in. But she was like, you know what, I'm still gonna fight my best fight. 12 remain. 2 more until your saving grace picks. Will we get them? I don't know. It was a slow round this time, but we can keep going to see. If we do. And we will. Holy heck we will. No, just not holy heck we will. We just will. It's round 11. Aiko is gone now as a sheep boss softly. Natsumi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Lysithea is still swooshing the air with her sword. Unfortunately, she couldn't see it in time. Yasuke attacks Lysithea before Kotoko can react. Kotoko rushes to help, but Lysithea dies in her arms. However, Karma strikes immediately because Yasuke wants to end things once and for all. He got too greedy with Nekomaru. Yasuke bites the dust. I don't think there's any more teams of 2, which means after Peko polishes her ancient scepter, Kibo proudly stands in that knight's armor. Usami is just adorable. Iris still doesn't quite get what's going on. Raph has a horrible feeling in his chest. Rantaro sets down a trap, and Kotoko actually just snaps out of it. You just got shell shocked right here, and then you're like, oh, it's fine. I'll win. It's your top 10. Which means, the moment you've all been waiting for after this Claire, de Lune 4. Lysithea. Yasuke. That you might need some new picks. Do you need some? I know I do. But hey, we can't just give you any pick. I can't just say, hey, make some more picks. They gotta be more exciting than that. A very hype pick. One with its own set of music. Perhaps a saving grace pick. Natsumi remains. Rantaro remains. Whew, you can feel that Now remains. Kotoko remains. Usami remains. Nekomaru remains. Who else remains, you might wonder? Let me tell you. Peko remains. Raph remains. Iris remains. And Kibo remains. And those are your top 10. So who do you got? 10 different teams. Spoiled. Hornbearers. Let's look at the kills too. Spoiled. Natsumi would win passive style. Rantaro with 3 KOs for the Hornbearers. As we go on and on and on. You see Now, who's only taken out Oda. Kotoko, who's only taken out Himino for the Dark Art Specialist. Usami, who could win passive style. Nekomaru, who's taken out 4 people. Holy heck. We also have Peko, who shockingly enough could win passive style. Raph could also win passive style. We have a lot of people who would pick up a pacifist victory. Unlike Iris, who has been confused this entire game, but has somehow managed to get 2 KOs. And Kibo, who's only taken out Hizakura, so I implore you to go into the comments, edit your comment, like your comment on your comment, do whatever you gotta do to make your saving grace picks known. After you like and subscribe, because you always gotta shill for that. I'm gonna make my picks right here, and we're not gonna dilly or dally. I got now picking up this victory. You cannot count out Literary Arts. They are one of the most successful tag teams in this entire thing. In this entire thing, they're one of the most successful tag teams in terms of wins. In terms of championships, not so much. In terms of wins, though, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. So give me Now for first. I got them picking up another one. Give me Iris for second. I think she's just gonna be confused to the very end and it's gonna pay off for her. And give me Peko for third. Those are my top 3. Hope you guys are ready. Because I've made mine. You've made yours. And I know that now, Natsumi, Kotoko, Nekomaru, Peko, Kibo, Usami, Iris, Raph. I already said Kotoko. I'm missing somebody. Who else am I missing? Ah! Nekomaru. No, I said Nekomaru. Natsumi. Those 10 are all standing tall and being hot in the street. The hot's being the fad is a very fast pace. Is the boom 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 boom. Hit the of a samurai woman. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's proceed. It's your top 10. Who will come out on top? It could still be anybody, because at the start of round 12, Rantaro tries to kill Kibo, but Kibo's knight armor diverts the blow. Raph gently pets Now, who is a sheep. Now is a sheep and glances away, a sad look in her eyes. I forgot that Now was a sheep. That should not have been my number 1 pick. Kibo gets caught in one of Rantaro's traps, so all he can do is hope to be freed. I know someone in the comments like, Avi's picking the sheep, nice. I didn't know, I forgot. I would have made a different pick. Iris is being adorable as always. Nekomaru finds all their scraps. Caveman kind of fits him. I'd say that fits. Pekka wants it to end already. Usami feels horrible for Kibo, but frees him from the trap. So they're on good terms. Electronics gotta look out for electronics. Natsumi is proud of her dapper suit, and Kotoko's proud of her bikini. We'll go to the next round. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I expected that. I don't count this as my jinx. I think this is just an oversight on me because I didn't realize she was a sheep. As she is a sheep and accidentally falls off of a cliff while grazing. Well, you know. Rantaro, wearing leather scraps, is a sight to behold. Not for long. As Kotoko looks for someone dumb enough to believe her, Nekomaru attacks Rantaro from behind and strangles him. Kibo never wants to kill anyone ever again. Peko sizes her muscles. Raph wonders about the future. Everyone's suiting up as Natsumi finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. Ibuki's gone. Usami doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Lysithea is dead. And Iris still thinks about Tenko, who died long ago. And sobs quietly. We lost. Just two folk. And so I have to ask you. Nothing, actually. It's just a terrible turnabout for her. Now. Rantaro. And so. I must ask you. Nothing. It's just your final eight. It's still a samurai woman. It's still a samurai woman. I don't have to ask you anything. We just lost 2. 8 more teams are still in. And we have to lose 3 more until it's a crisis of fate. And we might not, but look at all of this blue. Look at all of this blue. As round 14 begins and Raph sizes his muscles, Iris finds a rocket launcher. Oh boy. That's gonna end well. Kotoko can't wait to kill again. A flick of her ancient scepter. Peko turns Kibo into a sheep. Once again, Peko with the ancient scepter could be a game changer. Nekomaru stares into the distance, and Natsumi finds leather scraps. Enough to make some rudimentary clothing. And it's rather caveman-like. She's wearing a whole bunch of armor and gear. Kibo's a sheep, grazes peacefully, and Usami does something really cute. And what could have been a game changer instead led to Nekomaru challenging Peko to a duel. He knew that she is currently the biggest threat right now. Peko bites the dust during this duel. Nekomaru is looking like he's poised to win this one. But Kotoko, she's looking for an easy out. Don't count her out yet either. Alice is gone. So is Komaru. Raph sizes his muscles. Rantaro and Oda are dead. Kibo is a sheep, glances away, a sad look in his eyes. Natsumi acts cool in her dapper suit. Usami kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. My singles ride or die. What have you done? And Iris decides to put Kibo out of his sheepy misery. We lost the 3 that we needed. And so, after this terrible turnabout for her, Peko, Usami, Kibo, we see that it's Nekomaru for Follow My Lead. Kotoko For the Tag Team Agents of Chaos, the Dark Art Specialist, we still have Raph for the Strongest Sweethearts. We still have Iris. We still have Iris, who lost her partner first, could get this big win. Iris for Show Me Your Moves. And we still have Natsumi remaining for Team Spoiled. Oda got out, but Natsumi could still win this one. That's your final 5. And I can tell you that those 5, Nekomaru, Kotoko, Raph, your girl Natsumi, and your girl Iris, those 5 are all caught in what we like to call a crisis of fate. Who will win? I'm not certain, but we're about to find out as we click on next round. Round 16, Natsumi's looking good in that bikini. Kotoko tries to kill Natsumi, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. She's got bikini, she's got knight's armor, she's got caveman gear. What is she even missing? Is she missing anything? Does she have a dapper suit? I'm gonna check that in a second, actually. Iris loves that rocket launcher on her shoulder. Raph is sobbing uncontrollably. Nekomaru remembers Boss and the arguments that they used to share, sobs quietly. And the other 3 are gone. Let's check Natsumi. Does she have every piece of clothing that's available in this game? Did she just go on a shopping spree? Has this been Natsumi's shopping? She has the dapper suit. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these shenanigans. No, I guess, no, she's missing the wizard robe. She's missing the wizard robe. If she picks up the wizard robe, let me tell you, shopping spree Natsumi. I'd love it. Next round. Round 17. It's Pink versus Pink, because Iris doesn't really want to. Still has no idea what's going on, finds herself having to get rid of Kotoko. Nekomaru has a horrible feeling. It's just Natsumi's still ready to cleave some invaders in her knight's armor. Raph somehow finds knight's armor as well, which could be fitting for him. Gleams with a dazzling shine, and Yasuke is gone. Desiccates silently. We reach your final 4, but we will not stop. We will not continue to go on without stopping to recognize the accomplishments of 5th place. A terrible turnabout for Tag Team Agent of Chaos, Kotoko. I feel like Kotoko was like, we're not cashing in our chaos this time, it's too big of an episode. We want prime opportunity, even though she almost won this thing, good on her. We still have Iris, Nekomaru, Natsumi, and Raph. Still kind of crisis of fate. Who will come out on top? I don't know, but we're about to find out as we start the next round. Round 18, Raph sizes his muscles. Nekomaru wonders about the future, and Natsumi duels it out with Iris. Iris unknowingly took out so many people. She was like, I guess I have to do this, I guess I have to do that. But this time, it wasn't enough. It was a battle where the other person knew what they had to do, and Iris bit the dust. And thus, after this terrible turnabout, 4. Iris. We're down to 3 teams. And those 3 teams, Raph for Gonta and the Strongest Sweethearts, Nekomaru for Kokichi and Boss to Show Me Your Moves, and Natsumi for Oda and Togami in the Spoiled team. I don't know who it's gonna be, but right now it's technically still a crisis of fate until like 2 people perish the next time, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this never happens, this rarely happens in the simulator. I hope I didn't just call it. Let's click next round. I didn't just call it, okay, because nobody perished. A whole bunch of people are just putrefying up there, but we still have Nekomaru, who's got those other scraps. Raph ready to cleave some invaders in his knight's armor, and Natsumi looking for someone dumb enough to believe her. If only she can find the wizard robe, it'll be the stuff of legends. I'm not even rooting for him to win. I'm rooting for her to find the wizard robe. Round 20, Nekomaru recalls something about Boss and sobs quietly. Raph sizes his muscles, and Natsumi can't wait to kill again. Oh, I thought she did it, I thought she did it. I thought she did it. Round 21, Komaru, Jack, and Oda are all gone. Natsumi follows some sparkles and discovers a magic wand, not a wizard robe, a magic wand. Nekomaru twiddles his thumbs, and Raph still sizing his muscles. This never happened! You can't write this. Oh man, hit the round 22. Natsumi gestures angrily towards Raph with her magic wand. Raph only has time to feel his blood vessels turn to spaghetti. And it's quite fitting because often I say, "Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you like spaghetti?" Before he topples over, dead. Roko's gone, and we thought it would be a battle between Natsumi and Nekomaru, but instead Nekomaru actually just trips and falls in a really bad way and breaks his neck very anticlimactically. But you gotta give it up for the girl, because after this terrible turnabout for Raph, Nekomaru. Y'all, I can't believe I called that. You can't write this stuff. Okay. Alright, that was... Look, there's... It's just, you know what, just take it. And you know what, it makes sense that she was on such a shopping spree because she's a part of Team Spoiled. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner for Togami and Oda, representing Team Spoiled. She is what she likes to call the ultimate little sister. She sees what she wants and she gets it, no matter the means. Natsumi, for her first time, takes the win and heads to the tag team finale. I'ma say she deserved it. I'm gonna say she deserved it because she spent the game like her tag team name suggested. It was a hashtag spoiled day for her. Good on her. And I think she almost won it passive style. I think she got 2 KOs. Yeah, 2 at the end. So good on Natsumi. Good on her. Nekomaru had 6 KOs. Boss had 4. Look at their team. Their team dominated. Their team had 10 KOs. 10 out of what, 64? 10 out of 64. That is incredible. Lysithia in third with 4. Iris also had 4. Iris, her 4 were all like, "Oh, as a matter of fact, I guess I gotta take you out. As a matter of fact, I gotta retaliate." She never, like, initiated it. Other than it was like, she doesn't really want to, but she just didn't understand what was going on, and that's the narrative that I love for Iris. Yasuke, Hiroko, Rantaro all had 3. Toko, Oda, Mizuki, Chihiro, Dimitri, and Natsumi, our winner, all had 2. Everyone else had 1 or less. And with that, we can bring up the tag team bracket. There they are, Team Spoiled. You know what? They grew on me after this game. Natsumi, she grew on me after this game. I was more of a Sato fan. But you know what? Natsumi really grew on me after this one. So good on them. Natsumi, Oda, and Togami. They're heading on to the tag team finale. And so now I bet you're wondering, it's the end of the episode. Maybe tell us about the OCs. No, I'll tell you. I said I would. Sunday's the first OC episode. And it's all set up. I just have to record it. There will be, yes, 4 OC episodes. You know, the OC Agents of Chaos, or Agent of Chaos rather, Marvelin, and the champ, Apollo, current champ Apollo. That could all change. Because every time that there is an OC episode, the champ and the Agent of Chaos will always be there. It's going to be pretty much the same as how it worked last season, except a lot of you actually missed the big free-for-all. So I think we're going to do that. That's going to be the 4th one. So instead of 6 every episode, we're going to take 8 from the first episode, 8 from the second episode, and 8 from the third episode. So the top 8 from those episodes. Yes, that is correct. That brings us to 24, and there's 2 spots in the middle. One from the secret episode, and one that will be the winner of the 4th OC episode, which will be the grand free-for-all, because you guys like that episode. And you know what, I kind of missed that episode too, so we're gonna do that one. And I think it'll be fine because I don't have to run through all of their 4 cards, I can just run through all the names, so it won't be too long of an hour. It'll still be like 150 folk or something like that. Something wild like that, because we had a lot of submissions. And I'm always willing to do the big OC episode as long as it doesn't get to over 200, because then I can't. Because then I am unable to. So that's pretty much how the OC action is going to work. 3 smaller OC episodes and then the big one. And it all starts with the first chunk. The first chunk of OCs. This Sunday, March the 7th? 7th, yes. at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's gonna be weird because the week in between this one and the next one, there will be daylight savings time, so it'll be an hour forward. So if your country doesn't celebrate daylight savings time or celebrates it at a different time, you'll find out when. You'll find out when. You'll have a week. You'll actually have a week. You have a week to get used to it. It'll still be an hour earlier than normal time. You'll get used to it. You'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be a premiere anyway. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Congratulations big time to Natsumi. She deserved it. After this one, she had a fitting game, and I loved every second of it. Stay classy. In fact, it was a good week for justice. I guess Natsumi needed some justice. Sato still needs some justice. We love to see Sato. But we'll take this Natsumi one because it felt right. She was on a shopping spree this game, and it was hashtag spoiled. It sure was. Stay classy. Toodaloo. Play crew. Thanks for watching. Am I forgetting something? Double back. Double back. Next round. Archive. Oh, right. Well, now that we're not recording. Glorious! Yes,